Here I am in St Mary's in Chirk, which is in North Wales, and the border to England is only maybe even less than a mile down the road. So let's look at some of the attractions of St Mary's. Well, here's one of them. I don't think he's got much to do with Chirk, but he's obviously a Christian because he's wearing a dog collar. And he's got a cat, and that's probably a Bible under his arm. And this is actually quite an attractive statue. Now you can see the archways in this place, and it's quite well decorated with the statues and the flags. And also the stained glass windows. You can see a number of images on this window. I imagine that an awful lot of them are probably disciples and angels. I've really no idea. And it's devoted here, sacred to the loved and honoured memory of Robert Middleton. The Middletons still are a family of influence around here, of Chirk Castle, born and died 1872, and also to the memory of Robert and Gilbert H.B. Hugh, sons of the above, and Fanny his wife. Robert born 1843, died 1863, Gilbert born 1849, died 1878. This window is erected by the sorrowing widow and mother, Fanny Middleton Bidvey. I can't pronounce that last name. Anyway, the Middletons have been a family in this area for a long time. Again, you can see that this is erected in honour of the Middletons. It's attractive. And over here we have the pulpit, which, typical of the Anglican style, is set off to one side and not the middle of the wall. Yet another Middleton, this time Elizabeth Middleton. More images from St Mary's. I would imagine these are the... Yes, I guessed right, it's the Middletons again. Obviously they had a great deal of influence, and I would imagine this church was probably built by them. But you know, churches are people, not buildings. They never have been buildings. It seems to me that this is a somewhat more modern stained glass window, dedicated to the glory of God and commemorating those from this parish who have served their country in war and peace. Probably alluding to the First and Second World Wars. More images of St Mary's. In the Anglican churches, they always have the baptismal font, or the christening font as I prefer to call it, because it's christening, not baptism, by the entrance. So when people are attending a christening, they've got to gather round here. Well, that must make it a bit awkward at times. Where do you put the people? Because they can't sit in their pews and watch this. They've got to somehow gather around. And what if someone's coming in at the same time? It's not intended to be practical. The theory is that just as you're entering the building, so this is by the entrance, because you're entering life. That's the theory, I believe. One of these cards quotes John 15 and 16, I have chosen you. I wonder if the Anglican Church actually believes that. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just questioning whether they actually do or not. God has chosen us. Or when they read that verse, I wonder what they see in it. Do they just mean it's a sort of general thing? Or do they see it for what it really is? God has chosen you if you're a Christian. I see that the children have a very large friend in this church. This fellow here. Hello! How are you doing? Well, I'm just leaving St. Mary's. I'm really testing this new phone out with my old microphone. It seems to have worked, and I'm still finding my way around this phone. So, be patient with me as I explore the new phone.